Welcome, newbie! This is your Every Question Answered guide, where we're tackling the most common questions asked by the community. If you're looking for a specific answer, feel free to jump to the timestamps in the description, but I do recommend sticking around. That way you'll have all your answers in one place and won't need to come back later. Let's get into it. First category, part tuning. Question 1.
How do I start tuning parts?
Once any part hits level 15, the tuning system unlocks. Here's a chart that shows how much XP is needed per level, with the first column showing the XP for each level and the second showing the total required. Quick tip, to get to level 15, you'll need about 38 XL part data. That's the number to remember. Question 2.
What tuning substats should I be looking for?
If your blade is under level 40, go for flat stats. Simple and effective, but once you hit max level, shift toward percentage-based stats. That's the general rule of thumb. Collision and area damage reduction, usually worse than straight-up defense stats, but area reduction is slightly more useful on blades like Luminescence or Chronos Thunder, who avoid hitting the opponent directly. Crit chance is solid if you're under 50%, especially if it comes paired with crit damage. Elemental damage works like a weaker total damage boost, and incompatible elements do nothing at all. Also, try not to overinvest in 4-star parts. Once you unlock higher districts, you'll start earning 5-star parts weekly and monthly, and those are what really matter. Question 3.
What parts are best for my blades?
There's a full tier list available, and each blade icon shows which parts it works best with in the top right corner. If you're looking for a deeper dive on a specific blade, check out my playlist. Your blade might already be covered there. And of course, you'll find the most up-to-date community tier list linked in the video description. Now let's move on to progression and growth. For those asking, where do I find more stuff? Or how do I actually get better? Question 4.
I'm stuck. I can't clear a stage. What should I do?
Try using support blades. This is how you change your blades. One reason in doing so is that you'll gain friendship points when other players use your support blade when you log in, and for you to use other players' blades, when you go to change your blade, you'll see your current tab, but click over here and you'll bring up a list of all your friends' support blades. You can use up to 5 support blades daily, so make them count. It does cost 1,000 gold, but honestly, I doubt that's your biggest issue.
But what if I don't have any friends with good blades?
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
You can always join the official Discord server and ask around. Head to the community tab from the hamburger menu, though honestly it should be labelled Discord instead. If you can't or don't want to join the server, no worries. The easiest method, join a crew and grab friend codes there. The higher the crew level, the more elderly players you'll find.
What you say?
Check out the full playlist of guides I've made. They'll help you level up your skills in no time. After all, knowledge is power.
What should I focus on first?
Early on, focus on the story mode. You'll gain a ton of rewards clearing the normal chapters, but your goal is to reach District 7 as soon as possible. That unlocks 5-star parts and gives access to better weekly and monthly street battle shop items, which are a huge deal early on. Question 6.
How do I get more resources?
The most efficient method, unfortunately, is street battle. It's better than nothing. District 9, you can target just the 2-star elites, re-roll battles and still profit. You'll get a decent chunk of gold and loot boxes that might give rare materials. Now, just a heads up, you could open 50 boxes and still not see a single skill core or high-value drop. Other sources include the friend shop and crew point shop. While not much, it is better than nothing, but sometimes you'll have problems receiving friendship points. Don't worry, it is a glitch and should fix itself a couple of hours later in the day. And finally, blade coins. They can only be obtained when you've reached maximum limit break for any blade, which means you need to pick up the same blade 6 different times before you have a chance at receiving these coins. This is basically a late game or for whales feature. Also, don't forget, you can watch ads for more energy and dungeon tickets. Question 7.
What should I spend my resources on?
If you're new, focus all your resources on one strong blade instead of trying to level up a full team. Invest in part XP, but don't waste gems on gold or blade XP. Daily dungeons already cover that. Later on, shift your spending toward skill cores, part XP, and pick up booster tickets if you're feeling lucky. Slow and steady wins the race, though I know some of you are a bit impatient. Question 8.
Should I buy the Awesome Pass?
That's not really a should question, it's a do you want to question. Passes offer the greatest bank for your buck, so it comes down to whether you like the cosmetics inside. If you're a beginner, I do recommend getting it early. You can usually complete the pass in about 2 weeks, and the challenges are pretty easy. Question 9.
I'm struggling with daily dungeons. How much HP do I need?
The easiest fix is using a max level disc part, preferably from an HP set. That'll give you around 10,000 bonus HP, which is half of what you need to clear Stage 3 of Goldmine. Another thing you should keep in mind is that your blade is able to heal during this mine. The 3-star light blade is a perfect way to get through it. As for simulation mode, it's tougher. Unless you use advanced strategies, there's not much room to force success. Even if you can't clear it completely, still use your support blades. Doing all 4 daily dungeons on Stage 3 is super important early on. Next category, miscellaneous questions. Question 10.
When is the next update?
That's tough to say. The devs do share what they're working on, but they don't give release dates often. Understandable, but if you want to stay up to date, check the news tab, join the official Discord, or subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. I'll be breaking down every major update and what it means for the future of the game. Question 11.
Are there any coupon codes?
Yes and no. Codes do exist, but they eventually expire. The best way to stay informed is to check Discord. There's a dedicated thread for all the latest redeemable codes. Question 12.
How do I change my shooter and skins?
Got a new shooter? Want to swap skins or just freshen up your look? Here's how to do it. That's it for now. If I missed any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll answer any that you still have. And as for the final gift of knowledge, did your OCD trigger from this video? Let me know in the description as well. If this helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps. And if you haven't already, subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I talk about building the perfect blade combos. Oh, and if you missed the community tier list voting window, don't worry, I've got a short Q&A linked in the description. Arrivederci!